What's going on, guys? It's your boy 2Sir, and I'm back with another video. Um, First and foremost, miss you guys, man. But as you can see, playing one. We want to show y'all one of my favorite decks. Even though it's hit, I still play it. Have really fun with this deck. But I'm not gonna hold y'all, man. Let's jump right on in. Starting off with the main deck, we're gonna play double Rhino one Merly, one Sharon, one Havness. He's a Foolish Burial. If he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon him by discarding a tier monster from hand. Tier card from hand. And then you can use his Foolish Burial effect. Merly, she is your mill 3 if she's normal summon or special summon. Sharon, she's your special summon of the deck. Well, one of the special summon. She will dump a card from hand and then special summon herself and mill 3 cards all in one effect. And then Havness, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can special summon her and then mill the top 3 cards. And I'm sorry that I did this to my girl, Tearlament Cashier. This is the newest addition to the deck. Since these all got hit to 1, we're going to max out as much as we can other than Rhino, because Rhino by himself doesn't really do much. Tearlament Cashier, you can banish one Cashier or tier card during the main phase, quick effect. So that's during either player's quick main phase. You can quick effect, special summon her, and then banish a tier or Cashier card from hand or graveyard. And then if she's normal summon or special summon, you can mill the top 3 cards of your deck or your opponent's deck. And then, just like the others, she does have a graveyard effect. If she's sent there, she can mill the top 2 cards of your graveyard. Of your deck. So max out as much as you can. Other than Rhino Heart's just, you want to see them, but at the same time, you want to see them with other cards, so you don't want to draw multiples of them. Next, we're playing triple King of the Swamp. This card helps us get into our fusions easy. He is also an aqua. You use his hand effect to dump him to search for a poly, which in all honesty is really busted card in his deck. If you can open up poly and then 2 names, and as well as himself. Next, we are playing the one-ofs. I do see people cutting, I think it's a Guido, but I play all 4. The 2 shufflers, Keldo and Murdura, and then Kelbeck and Nagito are the 2 mill 5s from both players' deck. I just think the shuffling ones are real good, especially in this format where a lot of cards are recurring in the graveyard. And then I personally like playing both of these because I like to mill as much as I can. So we're going to max out as much as we can. Next, for our last non-engine card that really focus on dumping the tier monsters or a way to mill Diviner. Normal summon her, you dump Agito or Kelbeck, mill 5. She becomes a level 6, and I have another card in here I'll show y'all that combos well with this. Next, we are playing the Danger Package, just a small one. We're playing one Mothman, double Nessie, one Bigfoot. Well-known fact about this, in case you didn't know, if this card is sent to the graveyard, or if a Rise Heart is on board and it's banished, you can still pop one face-up card. So this does help deal with the Rise Heart. They both get their effects as well if they're banished under a Rise Heart. They just have to be discarded, so you can add another danger, which typically, if a Rise Heart is on board, we're searching for Bigfoot. Mothman becomes a Dark Ward Dylan's if he's sent to the graveyard. To each player draws a card and then discards a card. So still helps us proc off our tier monsters if we have them in our hand. Next, we are playing The double malicious. This is the card that you want to pair with Diviner. Uh, like I said, normal summon dump. If he gets milled, you banish, and then switch summon the other, and then you have a Beatrice, which helps fuel your graveyard real fast. We are playing one Destrudo and then one Blackwing Zephyros. Destrudo, it's a combo where you can go into Barone, and then Zephyros. I love this card because it's another body, but if say it is your turn, you have your field spell up, and this is in your graveyard because you milled it, and your opponent rips your whole entire board or whatever. You can use this effect to put the field spell back to your hand and then activate it again to get you to search. So helps there. It also helps with bouncing back your Sulic or anything that you want to get back to your hand to try to reuse. You can extend with him using it. And then off to our hand traps. We are playing double Ash, double Nib, and then double Imperm. Ash, real good generic hand trap. So is Imperm. Nib, we just hate tier, so not tier, cash tier, sorry. So if your opponent wants to dedicate their board and go full combo, then we have these sitting there waiting for them. We do have some more like little spice in our side deck. But off to our spells. We are playing triple Primeval Planet, and we are playing the one Pressure Planet. This helps us search for any tier monster. This helps us search for any cash tier monster. 500 attack for all tier and fusion monsters. 100 attack defense for each attribute on the field. We don't play Shangri-La, so we don't get the pop effect, but if any of our tier monsters are shuffled back into the deck, we can pop a card with this. And then, sorry, we are playing the one Terraformer, which is the extra one of these. So, then we are playing triple Scream. I do see people playing this at 2. I don't like it at 2. I like it at 3. Helps fuel your graveyard fast, especially if you open this in Sharon or Havness or any of them, any of the tier monsters. Just helps fuel your graveyard fast, and then gives your opponent a permanent decrease. Yes, all their monsters lose 500 attack. No, it's not permanent, I don't think. Yeah, for the rest of the turn. So it's just for the rest of the turn. So, and then if it is sent to the graveyard per card effect, you can add a trap. So it does help you get to your solid. We are playing one Foolish Burial, one Foolish Burial Goods, the one Poly for our King of Swamp, one Pot of Avarice, and then one Harpy's Feather Duster. If we use up all of our shufflers, that's why this is here, and then it gives us a draw 2. Foolish Burial, you can dump your Kelbeck, Kagito, if you've already used them, any of your tier monsters to fuse, to go ahead and proc off their graveyard to fuse. Foolish Burial Goods, we are dumping Sulic. You dump Sulic and then you get to add it to your monster, so it's just a way to search. Like I said, King of the Swamp, discard him to add that, and then Harpy Feather Duster is just for the pesky back row hate. I would change this for the trap. I had one, I bought one at the WCQ, but I do not know what I did with it. So once I find it, this will probably come out. The trap I'm talking about is the one that if it's in the graveyard, you could banish it to search for a field spell that mentions, I think, Fish of Starfrost. So you can search all Pressure Planet and the tier field spell from deck to hand. So if I did want to swap, that would be the card that I swap out. But I don't have it. I don't know what I did with it. But once I find it, that's what I would swap. And then I play double Sulic, and then I do play one Crime. Sulic is your monster negate. Target one monster on the field, negate its effect, and then you have to send one effect monster. But you have to control a tier monster or a Vista Starfrost. But we don't play him, so just tier. And then Crime Counter Trap. When your opponent activates a spell trap monster effect, while you control a tier monster, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle into the deck and then send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Second effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished tier monsters and add it to your hand. So you can combo off with Tier Cashier by banishing one of your tier monsters from from hand or graveyard, and then use this to bring it back to your hand. And then Sulic, if it's sent, you can add one tier monster. So that's it for the main deck. We will do extra. We're playing one Collider Heart, one Rukalos, one of the Graphas, Draco Stapelia. We are playing Garura. And then for our last fusion, we're playing Mud Dragon. If we could play the other one, we would, but since we can only play these two, that's what we're going to rock with. Collider Heart is part of your removal, and then she can, once per turn, bring herself back if she's into the graveyard by card effect. Rukalos is your Solemn Judgment, even though it's not a counter, but gets rid of, not Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning. When your opponent would special summon a monster, you can send her to the graveyard or another card on the field to the graveyard, and another tier monster on the field to the graveyard, and it will negate the effect. And then she also can bring herself back, but she can only do it once while she's on the field. She can do it once per turn. Grapha is only here to, when he's on the field, when your opponent activates a card effect, you can switch it to make it where you have to discard a card, which will proc off any of your tier monsters. Draco Stapelia is our monster negate. Garura is our draw card. If you have Diviner or Malicious Engrave, Diviner on field or Malicious Engrave, you can go into this and then go into Beatrice. And then Mud Dragon is just there to help protection and help shuffle back our cards because he takes two monsters with the same attribute but different types. So it helps get back your Malicious, Zephyros, and all of them. For your links, playing one Sprint, one Dark, one IP, and then one Underworld Goddess. Sprint, you can dump your Merly to fuse, and it is a quick effect, right? It is not a quick effect. It's Elf, that was a quick effect, but takes level 2 monster or a rank 2 or a link 2, so you can go into Dark or you can go into IP to get to this. Dark Recursion, still one of your opponent's dark monsters, which gets you to this. IP, if you can set up a board, and then next turn you have availability for this. Your opponent starts going off, they get to three monsters, or not three monsters, they get to a monster that you don't like, and you have enough on your board to go into this. You just stop them in their tracks by going to Underworld Goddess, and then you get for the turn negates all your monsters, your opponent's monster effects, and then if a monster would be supposed to summon from the graveyard, you can negate with her. On to the Exceeds, Beatrice, Time Thief Redoer, number 41 Baguska, and then Abyss Dweller. Beatrice is by far the best card in our extra deck. Time Thief Redoer, I really don't like him, but I was playing Wenda and I did like Wenda, but I always end up forgetting his effect. But he's pretty good because he can proc off your tier monsters effect, and being able to rip a card off your opponent's top deck during a standby is real good. Baguska If that's our last resort, we're going to stick to it till we can wait our next couple turns to try to build something. Abyss Dweller, just against the mirror match, which we very rarely will see now. But any deck that deals with the graveyard, we got something for it. So, and then the one of the Baron de Fleur. The combo with Destrudo, you have to have a level 7 on board. So Tearlament Cashier, have her on board. Have any level 4, Rhinoheart, Sharon, Zephyros, have them on board. Destrudo and Grave. You go Destrudo, target the level 4, he becomes a level 3. And then you synchro summon with the Tearlament Cashier and Destrudo. And then you got Baron. So that's that. Off to the side, we are playing a small Cashier lineups. We are playing double Fenrir, 1 Unicorn, and then 1 Birth. Most people are just playing Fenrir. I think Unicorn getting into Birth just helps extend. It's real good, especially if you got a Tearlament Cashier banished, because you can banish herself to summon herself. So you banish one and then somehow you have Birth in hand, activate Birth, and then you got the other one back to your side of the field. So Unicorn just helps you get to this. Fenrir, you can search your Tearlament Cashiers from deck, so that's why he's real good. And then if you want to search the Unicorn, you can search the Unicorn, but most of the times you're just using this to search for the Tearlament Cashier. And then, like I said, this is searching this. You don't have to play this. You can play a 3rd Fenrir. But I like this ratio. Especially because Fenrir rips a face-up monster on the field, and then Unicorn, you can help rip a card from your opponent's extra deck. So then we are playing a small Bestial lineup. Anything that deals with darks, which a lot of decks right now apparently are. Dragon Link is a thing now, so we want to be prepared. So Baldrake is a you contribute 1 other light or dark monster, then target one of the special summon Ritual Fusion, Synchro, Exceed on Link monsters that was summoned during while he's on the field, and then you can banish that card. So tribute a light or dark, and then banish one of those monsters that were special summoned. Druid Swarm is a target 1 monster, and then target 1 special summon monster, send it to the graveyard. Magnum searches these 2. And then we have 1 Nib, and then 1 Scattershot. Just in case we go into time, we can go into Spring dump this. Your opponent takes 500. So you can go, if you go full combo, or not full combo because it's not really much of a combo in this deck, but you can go to Spring dump, shuffle back with Medora, or can't think of the other one, but shuffle him back and then go into Beatrice and dump him again. So you can do 1,000 damage if you need to be. Nib just helps. If we know we're playing against a real heavy combo deck, we want to see it, so we decided the 3rd one in. Then play double Evenly, double Talents, and double Storm. These are all just interactions that help clear boards, board or back row, and then you got Talents, which helps draw a card, take a monster, or rip a card from your opponent's hand. So that's it for the side. Really like this deck. Let's see if we can do a test hand. It's not really. Just see what we can get, so you can see what my tendencies are when I play. You could play Pot of Prosperity, but a lot of your extra deck is like cards you really want to rely on being there when you need them, especially your fusions. That is a different sleeve. I think this is King of the Swamp, yeah. I swapped my King of the Swamps out. And where is it? Yeah, swapped it out right before the video, so it is in a different sleeve. Well, that sleeve's messed up now. I ain't worried about it, but we'll fix it. Just a test and see what we get. 1, 2, 4, 5. So this hand is actually pretty good. So we have set this. We'll go Medora to ditch Kelbic. And then Kelbic will go off by milling top 5. So we do have Rhino Heart. So we will go Rhino Heart effect to special. And then we will dump Cashier. And then we'll go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, Cashier. Cashier will mill top 2 cards. And then we'll go Rhino Heart. So from here, so we have the poly. So here we will go to dump. We're just gonna dump 1. We'll dump Havness. And then Scream will go off and we'll add Sully. So from here, if we have to, we can add another Maguska. Or we can just set Sully and then leave that board as is, but we will activate Bigfoot. I don't think I have a dice here. I don't. So we're just going to random. We'll go with this one. So it'll dump Solid. Supposed to summon Bigfoot. Roots off in Bigfoot. Draw a card. So Solid will go off, and we will add a monster, which usually is Sharon, but we don't have anything in our hand. So we will add. Tearlament Cashier. And the reason why, you'll see. So here, we will special and banish the Tear Cashier. And then we'll use her effect to mill top 3 of our deck. Sheesh. Alright, so we will rally effect, which we can go here. So we're kind of in a bind because we need this back into the deck. So what we will do is we will shuffle these 2 back into the deck to go into Garur. And then from here, we'll link these 2 off for IP. And now we'll use Medora effect to banish, to shuffle back Malicious, Kelbeck, and then we'll shuffle back a screen. So now shuffle these up. We will activate Foolish Burial for Crime. Crime effect will add back this for follow-up. This is why we banished this instead of Scream. And then from here, we will banish Malicious to bring back Malicious. And then we would overlay for Beatrice. Here we will Beatrice effect, and we will dump Guido, because we don't have any targets. So we're just going to fuel our grave for our next Beatrice play. And we will 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. All right, so that's the main card we needed. So from here, we just pass turn. Next turn, you could have grew to draw a card instead of sending Malicious, but during your opponent's standby, we'll send Gravure, Beatrice effect. We will send. We don't have another tier name, so you can send this to go into no, you will still send that, because we'll go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. 2 will draw a card. 1 will shuffle Merly and then King of Swan back to go into Rukalos. So now you have Rukalos to negate a summon. You got IP to go into Underworld Goddess. You have fodder for that with these 3. You still have this, so you can go here, banishing the Crown, and then mill top 3, which doesn't do anything, but we can use it for this. We had the poly, which we could have did more plays, but it's pretty much it for a test hand, you know, without your opponent having any interruptions or whatever. But make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I very well will appreciate it if you do. Whenever I post, you will get a notification. The likes and the subscribe supports me. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys, man. Be safe out there. And this your boy 2Cert. I'm out.